Warriors NRL Fanatics here back today with a video, and I'm going to give my thoughts on what to expect from the 2022 new signings. Now, the players that we've signed this year are Jesse Arthurs, Shaun Johnson, Aaron Pene, and Ash Taylor. Now, the first player I'm going to go through and give my thoughts on is Shaun Johnson. Now, obviously, he's the massive new signing, the player that is going to be talked about a lot heading into this year in terms of the Warriors. And look, Shaun's come back a very different player, He's much more mature, he's much more older, and look, we can't expect him to do all the flashy stuff like he used to do, Obviously, in his prime when he was at the Warriors, Shaun Johnson, we saw Shaun Johnson pull on those silky skills, but, he has, had a few injury issues when he was at the Cronulla Sharks, which is a slight worry as a Warriors fan, because we obviously need Shaun to be fully fit, for majority of the 2022 season, and that is important. That is the key for Shaun Johnson heading into this year, is he needs to keep his body fit, and healthy, and that's really important in terms of Shaun, as well as important in terms of the Warriors, because, a fully fit Shaun Johnson is good for us, and it helps us in terms of our push, to be a finals team this year. And what he brings is that experience, the leadership, the kicking game that we really much need, because last season, in some very close games that we've lost, game management has really much let us down, and Shaun Johnson will definitely help with that game management, and he'll definitely bring a lot of, calming influence to the club in terms of those young players like Reece Walsh, Rocco Berry, all those young players like Viliami Valia, you name them, and he will be great, he'll be great for those young players as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Shaun Johnson does this year. What do I expect from Shaun Johnson? Well, what he usually is, as a player and a leader, and brings a good kicking game, like I said. So what do I expect? Well, there's less pressure on him going into this year. In my personal opinion, he's under less pressure than he was last at the Warriors. So yeah, I'm keen to see what he does this season. Now, on to another player, which for me, look, I have seen little of him, to be honest, and that is Aaron Pene. And a lot of Warriors fans, and probably some Melbourne fans have heard say Aaron Pene is a pretty good player, and, you signed a pretty good one there. And look, to be honest, I don't watch too much Melbourne Storm games, but what I'm keen to see what this Aaron Pene is going to bring, because he's come from a very successful team like the Melbourne Storm. He's come from a very successful, team in NRL history, Melbourne Storm. You can't argue that, because what they've done, they've made the finals consistently, they've built some great players here. So I'm keen to see what Aaron Pene does. Now, the big question for me with Aaron Pene is, will he be starting or will he be on the bench? Now, my gut feeling for Aaron Pene is that I think he'll be playing on the bench, because, we've got the likes of Ben Murdoch-Masila, Josh Curran, we've got, I think we've still got a few, good players, and Aaron Pene, we've even got Matt Lodge, I can see Matt Lodge starting, Adam Fanua-Blake starting, so I think Aaron Pene may have a spot on the bench. That's what I reckon. But if injuries do occur, we may see Aaron Pene get a start, and if he gets that start, I can't wait to see what he produces, or when he plays on the bench, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does as well. So, yeah, keen to see what Aaron Pene does. Now, another player which was a huge shock to myself, and probably to a lot of Warriors fans and NRL fans in general, was the signing of Ash Taylor from the Gold Coast Titans on a train and trial contract. So, train and trial, guys. Train and trial. So, not a full-time NRL contract just yet, but if he does prove himself in the off-season, he'll probably get a full-time contract. But What I thought of the signing, now, I'll be quite honest, I was a little bit iffy about it, I wasn't sure about it, when I watch the Gold Coast Titans and I see Ash Taylor playing, be honest, he hasn't lived up to that expectation, and the price tag that he was on $1 million a season there at the Gold Coast Titans. And I know a lot of people say, oh, look, what are the Warriors thinking? They've just signed Ash Taylor. Look, he's very unproven. He's done nothing, People might think that, look, personally, I think he's got some talent in him, Ash Taylor. He's got some talent in him. He may not have proved a lot of people that he does, but he's got some talent there, some potential talent there, and maybe coming to the Warriors, get away from that sort of pressured environment. The Warriors, let's be honest, is probably a less pressured environment, to be fair, and he's coming to the Warriors. He's just looking to get his NRL career back on track. So it's hard to say with Ash Taylor what to expect for him heading into the 2022 season. But if he does prove himself, you never know. You never know what we could see. But it'll be interesting. It'll be really interesting to see what he does. Now, another player is a very, very interesting one, and that is the signing of Jesse Arthurs. Now, Brisbane Broncos, they've got a ton of outside backs here, so to be fair, look, he might not, get an opportunity in the Brisbane Broncos this season, so to take an opportunity, to come to the Warriors and sign on a loan deal, it might be a good thing for his development, but the fear is, for me, is will he get some game time this year for the Warriors? Will he get some game time? Well, injuries can occur, and I think, to be honest, I don't think it's a bad signing because, we saw last season the Warriors had some injuries, but it's important in terms of squad depth. I believe he's just a player for squad depth right now, in my personal opinion. But yeah, I'm keen to see if Jesse Arthurs, will get that many opportunities this year. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What do you expect from our new signings heading into the 2022 NRL season? If you're new to the channel and you are watching this video, please make sure you don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below. It's free, it doesn't cost a thing, and it helps in terms of the growth of this channel. And turn on the bell so you don't miss the notification. Hit that bell so you don't miss a notification when I do a new video. And click the thumbs up on the video, hit that like button. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.